Spad, your best place to find your streaming answers for Game Week 16 for FPL 2025-2026. Today, we've got a deadline stream for Game Week 16. I did my transfer 3 days ago because I wanted to beat the price rises. So let's quickly go over that. I did 5 transfers. I took out Mateta, Gakpo, and Burma, Semeyo, and a Pochettino. Boy and Hipcap for Bruno Fernandes, Dewsbury Hall, Soboslai, and Ekatike. I could have done a bit earlier, saved 0.1 on Soboslai. I messed up. I just went as they will change the price. It happened, and I could have done a day earlier as well to save money on Dewsbury Hall and Bruno Fernandes. That was my mistake, but yeah, we go on. We could have saved a bit more, but no, we still got $500,000 left in the bank. All 5 transfers used up. Yeah. So we're gonna be going for Saka as captain at the moment. I don't see why we'll go for anybody else at the moment besides Haaland. Like Thiago is an option as well. Leeds at home. He has blanked the last 2 game weeks, but the last 2 game weeks were 2 away games against Arsenal and Tottenham. He only played 30 minutes against Arsenal, so it's understandable that he didn't get anything in that game. But Tottenham game we expected to get at least maybe 1 goal, maybe. And that didn't happen either. But previously, you could see, of course, like against Brighton, if he had scored that penalty, he would have been on 13 points because he missed it. He went on 4 because he got minus 2 points, I think it was, for missing the penalty, or 3 points, I can't remember. So yeah, I think it was 3 points. So yeah. I'm doing probably Newcastle. He had good XG, so did Liverpool as well. He got 2 goals. XG to get more than a goal, really. So Leeds is a good game. It's a very differential pick. But Leeds have been on good form. They have let in goals though. It's like not like they have been immune to it. There was 3-3 against Liverpool, but that's against Liverpool attack. But yeah, I think Saka, who didn't play midweek in the Champions League, a week's rest, should be roaring to go. Holland did play the whole game. I know they won, not the whole game, but played enough of it. But yeah, and I'm gambling with, of course, the Liverpool side of it, with going with Soboslai and Kitike. Yeah. So, but I still got Dewsbury Hall on the bench. Is the only player that, because of Chelsea away, is probably the harder game compared to everyone else's. So you play the fixture list basically. And just in case, I bought in Hippocap because I don't want to play Richards, and Man City at home. It's not going to be an easy game. So yeah, I thought might as well double up on the Arsenal thing. And the point my final choices left over is probably deciding on who to keep, be my keeper really, on either Dubravka or Petrovic. Bournemouth have our way. They haven't been in the best of forms lately at all. They did get a clean sheet against Chelsea, but it was 0-0 draw, so they did show up the defense there a bit. But besides that, their games, like, they haven't had great results. So I'm not really sold on the Chelsea on the Bournemouth part at the moment. Probably a keeper that I would want to change. I got $500,000 in the bank, so need to figure out which one. But yeah, so who's I looking at? Are they playing tomorrow? Are they playing on Monday again? Okay. So if you look at the fixture list, the results, like, okay, 1-0 against Everton at home, they lost. 3-2 away to Sunderland, 2-2 against Bournemouth, 4-0 against Villa, 3-1 against Man City. Okay, they got a result against Forest, but I think that was before Sean Dyche came into the game. 3-3 against Crystal Palace. So that was against Ange Ball most likely. 26th October, yeah, most likely Ange Ball. And then you got 3-1, they won. That was a good game. They needed that win. But they haven't been on the best of forms lately. So I think against United away, United not themselves, but like still they don't have to play midweek either. So I think both teams will prepare for each other really. I just me bringing in Bruno. I think I need to switch away from the thingy defense, and I think Dubravka might be a better choice. I know Fulham have been on it recently though. That's the thing. Um, so, but face more shots, probably make more saves. Um, should we look at results? They lost 2-1 against Crystal Palace. Okay, it's not an easy game. The 5-4 game against fucking Man City was mad. They beat Tottenham 2-1. Beat Sunderland, who are in good form themselves, 1-0 at home. Lost 2-0 away to Everton. And then lost 3-0, 1-3-0 at home. Away to Wickham, they 1-1. Lost away to Newcastle 2-0. Lost at home, lost to Bournemouth away. So the away form ain't the best. So I just think I'm gonna go with Dubravka because I think this is probably one of the games that Burnley are gonna try to get some points in. Like, so I think going with Dubravka is the more smarter choice in my opinion. But yeah, so let's see what because I've done. I'm pretty sure I've saved my team on AI. So this is what it is. If I optimize it, what does it do? It makes me want to play 4 defenders instead, play Stevie instead of Ekatike. I'd rather play Ekatike. I'm pretty sure he's going to be playing guaranteed. And they're at home. And I'm pretty sure Gakpo's out completely. And Isak might not be available as well. So if that's the case, like his minutes are more going to be nailed on for this game. So yeah, I prefer Ekatike for this game, so I'm going to play Ekatike instead of Steve. But the other ones are the same. They got captain as Haaland on there. I just think the Crystal Palace defense will be more solid compared to Wolves. Wolves can like concede probably up maybe 5-6 goals, where Crystal Palace maybe concede 2-3 max. So I think, and that they can be shared around like last week when Foden got a goal and assist. So I think it's best to go for Saka as captain. Not agreeing with AI here again. There's another point I don't agree with AI one. So yeah, so my team rating is 97% there. Game week rating 896. So let's see how we go. But let's quickly have a look at the price transfers in and out. So let me just refresh this. transfers going in. So Foden's up to 1.6 million, Thiago at 1.4, Bruno 900k, Cash went up in price last night, so he's at 800,000 people bought him in. Chalobah 700,000 bought him in. I think his price went up as well. I think he might even go a double up. Really, let me just have a quick look. So Chalobah's price went up then, and it went up. Okay, so it's been 5.3 for a while. Sanchez went up to 4.9. Missed that one out. Yeah. But there was a lot of price changes overnight today. Like Hippocap going up to 5.5, so I'll go at 5.4. That was good for me. Moreno 6.1, not surprised there. Benjamin White at 5.4, gone up. Cash went up, like I said. Atara, very weird one because he's going for international duty after this game week at 6.1 now. Thiago went up again to 7.1. Chalobah 5.4 now. Jimenez 6.3. Harry Wilson 5.4. Etiqueta at 8.5. Foden at 8.7 now. Bruno Fernandes at 9.2. And Bruno Gomes at 7. So there's quite a lot of price rises this game week. Like just overnight. A lot of people have 5 transfers, so there were a lot of was bound to happen. I should have just pulled my trigger a bit earlier, because save myself 0.2 or maybe even 0.3. But yeah, then you got dropping the Calafuri because he's suspended. Danny Welbeck, people have lost a bit of faith with him. Casado suspended, and maybe they just change it afterwards. Mateta, a lot of people have pulled out of him, so that down to 7.9 now. Gakpo down to 7.4. Roger Van Dijk, some people bring Roger Van Dijk in, but he still managed to go down to 5.9 now. And Burma's dropped to 8.3 because the international duty. So technically, he dropped 3 times in a week. I think the most easiest transfer for that was straight to Bruno Fernandes. That's why you see Bruno Fernandes so high up in the transfer list. And then you got some other players that really don't make that much of a difference for the FPL thingy. But let's have a quick look at the price changes going on tonight, because there will be some price changes tonight. O'Reilly going to be going up, looking like it. Number 1 on the top there. Gordon as well. Dewsbury Hall, Gahey, Watkins. I was thinking about Watkins as well instead of Ekatike. It's because look where they're in the table. But they have got some hard games coming up. Is the reason why I did not want to go for Watkins these game weeks here. But Turkey, someone who's showing real great potential on the pitch, but the minutes are always a risk. Saka, no surprise there, maybe going up, and David Raya, as people have downgraded on their third attacker down to literally no benching striker. A lot of people are bringing in, spending more money on the defense, so that's why you see Raya being brought in. Wouldn't be a bad shot for me either, really. I just don't think I can afford him right now. But I do have 3 attackers, so that's the reason why I can't afford him. Muniz, no surprise there. He's out for a few months. Motomada, not good there. Maybe going down. Grealish, Supermendy, Van der Ven, Walker, Saliba, Goodmanson, Sensi going down as well after having a good start. Timber, because he's not available. People, because they've got 5 transfers, and some people don't have nothing to do, so they're just thinking maybe just change it, use that money somewhere else. But yeah, but let's look at the hourly rate, because that gives you more of an indication. So if 10% of people, that's mad. A lot of people had Harvey Barnes in their team, so they didn't realize that, because for it to be that big of a percentage, a lot of people have to have them in their teams. Let's see if the actual stats back that up. I don't see Harvey Barnes anywhere here, mate. See, yeah, okay, 140,000 people took him out, so it must be a 10% change in it. But yeah, let's see. We got Mateta. No surprise there. For a lot of people, I even taking him out again. So back to back last night and tonight. Timber probably will go down sooner or later. Gakpo, Munez, no surprise there. Out injured, Sensi, Kafui, Minte, Watermelon is high on that list. That's someone who I would want to bring back in a few weeks, I think. But yeah, let's quickly have a look at the ones coming in at a high rate. Thiago, no surprise there, at 1.4 million now he was, I saw it. It's a big amount of people bringing him in. Bruno Fernandes as well. Foden. Wilson is probably the most, not surprising, like a lot of people are going for instead of Dewsbury Hall. Mainly because they don't want, they've seen Dewsbury Hall's fixture list and they don't like it. Same, but like you have to play in this game week. The other seven attackers are going like have got good fixtures this game week, you know. So that's the way I have gone. I could have afforded Wilson, but he wasn't gonna play. So there's no point in me getting him in that if that's the case. Hopefully Dewsbury Hall gets a price rise soon. Tired, as you can see. We are still 17 minutes from deadline. A long way to go. But yeah. So you see a lot. Let's see how quick look at the AI team. Their free hit team. Sanchez in goal. Chalaba, Hippocap, and Konate. Okay, not Konate. Saka, Bruno, and Burmo, Soboslai, and Ahmad. For free hit teams, not bad. Having to unite midfielders, but I'd rather have the extra mid player from Arsenal still United. It's an easier game. Then you got Thiago and Haaland up front. So yeah. Yeah, so you could go for a double off the defense, in my opinion. Free hit, but yeah. And the wild card we have Semedo still in there, so is Rice. Probably the ones that I took out Semedo, played Soboslai instead. And Rice, I got Dewsbury Hall instead of Rice. Which I could have afforded Rice instead of what's his name? Soboslai. But I prefer to keep. I think Soboslai is more likely to get goals at the moment until like Gabriel comes back. I think Rice will not get as many goals from corners as they did at the start of the season. That's just my personal opinion. That's what I'm going with. Don't think. Virgil van Dijk. So like, yeah, stupid, bro. Anyway, so Anderson went up probably a few days ago, but to back crowd and Werder Bergen. Yeah. like nearly everyone's gonna have 5 free transfers. Some people might even be playing their bench boost this game week, but we'll see. Only climb up the ranks. Oh, I did go up a rank, at least I'm just above the 2 million mark. So let's just get into the mid 1 millions next game week, and then just try to creep into the million maybe the week after, and then we'll see. Just keep improving. We just have to attack these game weeks. You know, right now I think my team is pretty good for this game week. I think my real headache is probably just choosing who my captain is really, and I'm gonna just go with Saka. Cause a win-win for me, really, man. Saka scores, he wins the game, scores goals. Yeah, good. Who doesn't? Not good. Win-win. Win-win. Oh, it's bloody cold this game week. Oh, man. So we've got what? 12 minutes to go to deadline. Let's see if there's any more real changes. Refresh. So there to 20,000 people decided to bring him in the last 15 minutes, 10 minutes. Same with Thiago. People did some last minute transfers. I'm going to quickly have a look at other people's channels quickly, see what they're doing. So let's talk FPL. Pretty sure he said he's gonna captain Saka. So let's see. I'm gonna leave it in this because that's my team. So if people come on, you can see my team. So yeah, let's talk FPL is captaining Saka. He's playing 4-4-2. If I were him, I'll play Dewsbury Hall instead of Anderson. Because he's not got a third striker. Monkey is not, I think, the way to go, in my opinion. Yeah, not the way to go. So this is what FPL Mate's doing. So he's got Virgil van Dijk, Timber, and Tuan. Midfield: Foden, Bruno, Saka, Enzo, and Anderson. Thiago and Haaland up front. Third striker is Obi from United. I think he's gone that way so he doesn't lose money because everyone's going for Gay. So he wants to save some, doesn't want to lose out on the value of the player. Benching Richards and Alderete. So you can see the core of the team is the same now, more or less. For everyone's got these 5 players: Haaland, Thiago, Saka, Bruno, and Foden. You're going to see this trend a lot right now because these are the top scoring players. Especially when you don't have Salah firing on cylinders. A lot of people are going to have a lot of extra money right around, and you can have all these top players that at the moment are performing. A lot of people bringing in Thiago this game week is probably become a more template player this in the last few game weeks, really. Even though he's blanked in the last 2 game weeks, but people knew he could easily blank in the next 2 games. Those 2 games was because of Arsenal as well and Tottenham. And not even that, Arsenal game he only played 30 minutes. So you can see why people wait till now to bring him in as the template, or I had him beforehand. Some people bring it slowly, but majority of the people are now starting to bring them in now because it's fixture list, because they knew that was not the right time to bring him in because he won't make the points. But the downside to that was you're paying a premium price on his transfer now. While I bought him for I think 6.1 maybe. Let me have a look. 6.2. Now he's at 7.1. So 0.9 gone up in price, and I bought him in pretty late myself. If I should say that, like could bought him a bit earlier. So I'm not one of the originals. I'm just saw the trend, and before the trend jumped on. Now it's just like a popular thing to do, looking at fixture list and its past performances and stuff. So let's look at FPL Raptor. Same Holland Thiago up front, Foden, Saka, and Bruno, and Soboslai next to him. I'm playing Konya because these guys don't have a third striker at the moment, so they go for Konya. But his defense is a bit shouty right now to me because Timber's on a yellow, and then you got Sensi on a yellow, and then you got Anderson, and you got Dubravka in goal, which just like me, and Rödebergen on the bench because they're playing Loop, of course. He's got Richards down the bench like me as well. Rondon, someone I thought about, but decided against. My last week transfer was Davis dead, and Cooper Jr. up front, which is, in my opinion, not a bad shout to have as a third striker. Really, not a bad shout at all. A way I could have gone maybe if I wanted to. That way I could have kept Semedo and my team still just be Hall. Because I could still do it before I could have had. Semedo. So that is the way I could have gone. That is a way I could have gone. Let me just quickly have a look at this. Did I make a mistake? I think I did. You didn't play the last game against Chelsea, yes, but as a rotational player, would have been good to have. Okay, just hoping it's not a mistake then. But yeah, we have got 5 minutes to go, guys. So lock your teams in. Alright, I'm gonna quickly have a look at FPL Foco to see what he's doing. Let me just quickly do something else. My team is saved, yeah, I'm good to go. Just make sure. So yeah, we've got 4 minutes to go. And FPL Focal, Holland and Thiago, same. Saka as their captain, Semedo still in the team, Bruno and Foden. And the defense, he's playing a 4-man defense. Timber, Anderson, O'Reilly, and Virgil. And if Timber doesn't play, Mukulele will come on. And Raya well. I kind of just wanted Semedo to have for next game week really only, man. There's only 1 week I really got to dodge. Yeah. Let me just quickly look at FPL Harry. So Saka captain there as well. Holland Thiago just expected. Bruno, Foden, and Saka. Saka's captain, Semedo, Anderson, Timber there with Virgil, and the other Anderson and Raya. So if Timber doesn't play, Richard comes on for him. So yeah, his rank is 140k in the world. At the moment, all their ranks are pretty good right now. That's the thing. I'm trying to push into that rank. Hopefully this team does it for me this game week because I think it's more or less perfect. But yeah, just hoping my Liverpool bias doesn't backfire on me again with HTK and Soboslai. Soboslai is 1 yellow card away from getting suspended as well. Like Danish people didn't know, but that's why I have Dewsbury Hall on the bench there to rotate against him. Which I know it's a game at home, but still, like I'm pretty sure I can. Richards has got a game at Leeds away, so I can replace him for that. Everton away, West Ham at home. So it's not the end of the world if you get suspended for a game away game against Tottenham. So yeah. So I don't think anyone joined me today in the whole stream, unfortunately. But that's okay. I know I haven't been consistent myself in doing the streams. But if you go back and watch the stream, thank you for watching my stream. Not live, of course, but going back and watching it. And yeah, I'll try to do more streams. I'm just so busy at the moment. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me, man. Deadline should have passed by now. There you go. Deadline has passed. I think we do have a midweek game, do we? I think we do. I don't know. Do we have a midweek game? We'll have a cup midweek. Okay. Okay. Where's also Arsenal playing? Okay, yeah, there. Chelsea. Arsenal Crystal Palace, where are they then? So it's a Sunday game. So they play the week after against. Okay. Hmm. Would have preferred it if they played that game week. So I think Arsenal got a bit lucky in my opinion. Because they play on Monday. Tuesday. Because technically this game should be on this week, so they get a week's rest. While Man City don't get a week's rest. Newcastle don't get a week's rest. Chelsea don't get a week's rest. See a bit of favoritism here going on, in my opinion. I'm not gonna lie. Seemed like a big favoritism towards Arsenal. Yeah. Don't like it one bit, guys. Don't like it one bit. Okay, it is what it is. Deadline has passed. Thank you if you're gonna watch my stream again, or like from the start. But no one joined me in the live stream, so it's all good. Thank you guys whoever watches me again. See you guys next time. See ya.